So here I am back again at point A where I was before to load up. Been off, the trailer's okay now, they say all good and everything and they're going to load it and what have you. Went over to the Streaky Beacon. I told you that it was bad getting in here. A bit of damage on there. That's been that for a bit now, split. It's not going any further luckily, so I'm going to put some, I did have some tie wraps holding the bottom bit on underneath to hold it shut, but they've come off, so I'll have to do it again by the look of it. So anyways, I'm back at, like I say again, getting it loaded. I had to go to the Streaky Beacon, which cost me all day yesterday and stuff like that. There's no point in getting pissy about it or anything like that. It's a good load, it gets me straight home. You know, it's lost me half a day or so. It's still 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, 5:30 now in my time, 7:30 their time in Texas. So, you know, I ain't going to lose too much at all with that. I can still do my Monday delivery. It's still 4 days, you know, so like I say, there's no point in getting pissy. They decided they weren't going to load it. There's grease on the floor and that was it. There's no point at all in rearing up or anything. It's going to get you nowhere. Unless you've got another load that's pretty close by or something like that. Stick with the load. It's 159-mile round trip. It's better than going and searching and cancelling the load and looking for something else. So stay with it, get it washed, and happy days. Blue Beacon, so now when, like I've said before, when I get a Blue Beacon, now I'm going to have to wash it myself again. Look, they tell them not to use the acid, they use the fucking acid. There's acid been on there, or they haven't washed it properly. He said, don't you want the bright something or other on the trailer? Jesus, I don't know what they've used on the trailer, but it's absolutely shite. There's no shine or anything on it. Not impressed with that one. As a rule, 9 out of 10, they're alright, the Blue Beacons, they're a pretty good job, but I'm going to have to polish all my wheels up because they're just, there's nothing there. I'm whinging out, that's a real moan on there. Anyway, happy days. Bastards. Get your truck washed and then have to wash it yourself afterwards. So, let's jump in. They're going to load it now. It's going to be heavy. It says it's going to be right on the button, but I filled my tanks right up and stuff like that. So I took the advantage yesterday while I was over at the getting the truck washed as well. There was the Loves over there, so I grabbed a shower and fueled right up. I didn't need to fuel up, but I had a half a tank anyway. But I like to get fueled up first before I put a load on. Then I know exactly what my weight's going to be and stuff like that, and everybody knows where they are. So I am halfway down the road into the load, putting extra weight on, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, shit, I've got to go with half a tank, so I can only do half a tanks all the way across and stuff like that. It's no good. I don't want to be fanning about like that. The load's what it's loaded. They can load, that's my maximum, and there you go. Anyway, let's have a look. What are we doing? The GPS, it's 2,100 miles it's saying, but she's tripping, I think, to be fair, because she's telling me to run up this way. She's trying to route me up through, back. This is the way I'll go up to Albuquerque's there, get Albuquerque and then I'll go straight across. That's trying to miss the mountains out she is and then go over across the top. But this is Wyoming here. That is a proper naughty road in winter. That has claimed a lot of lives as that bad bastard. And Wyoming now have, like I mentioned on another video, or earlier on this one I think, have decided they haven't got a lot of money. They've got two big interstates that run through them. They've got the 90 and the 80. You know, they cost a lot of money, them things. It's only a wee state. If it gets too bad, they haven't got enough the resources to do it or the funds. They're just going to leave the snow. They're not going to plough it. They're not going to do fuck all. So you get bad snow come through there like it does do, you're pretty fucked. You're fucked. Proper fucked, basically. You're going to be there until I don't know. Which is pretty bad, I think. That's not very good at all. So I will go back the way I came, which is back through Moab and up the way. So I'll be past Moab tomorrow night. I won't be staying in Moab. I've lost this bit of time up here. I've lost obviously the time I would have had off. So I'll run straight across here and back up exactly the same way again, up into Salt Lake City. Hopefully the weather's going to be all right. Fingers crossed. I'm just looking around the cab now, and I I noticed me, this wee fingerprints. This is only somebody with little fingers like that. There's the jackster's been in the back with his little fingers all over, so we'll sort that out. And that's about the update. Hopefully, any minute they'll be on loading this, and I can get the hell out of Dodge and get it moving home. And hopefully, I'll still be on track for the Monday. It's Monday afternoon, late afternoon, so that gives me a full day as well, you know. So I've got 4 days, so it should be easy as long as we don't hit any shitty weather. So here's the crack, guys. I need to move my axles backwards. I'm 400 over on my tandems, on my trailer axles. It's okay over gross. It's just 300 under, so it's right on the ball. Tried to move it in the farm, couldn't manage to get it back 1 notch in there, under there, but I need to go back another one. I thought I'll come back up to this rest area. It's nice and clean here, because they're over in the where I loaded, it's dusty and shitty and horrible. And what a beautiful day to be fucking about under a trailer, you know. Absolutely spot on. Definitely beats doing it in the snow and shit. So I've tried winding the brakes right up, taking all the slack adjuster out, all that malarkey, and racked me knuckles and shit, and bollocks if I can get it off again. So I've taken the slack out. Let me go under and get that yam up there. So I've taken all the slack up and everything and tried. Not the best shirt to be doing it in, is it? Too late now. Done the best I can. I can't get the thing to move, so I'm just taking them back up again. Back it with my limited tool set. That's alright. And I'm only a little guy, innit? I'll be struggling if not. So yeah, I'm taking them back off again. Don't forget, you can't just wind them up and then call it good and think, yeah, that'll work. Is it fucking what? You'll end up bonnet brakes. So that's the top and bottom of it. This is the exciting bit. You get to crawl about under the trailer now and then. So I'm going to have to. Bloody hell! Which way am I going? Straight way. There we go. So I'm going to get cleaned up. I'm going to have to go to a TA's or a Loves or something like that and get them to move it. Can't run with 400 over on the back axle. They're going to get pissy about that. Even though it is near to the weekend, I would have done it, but probably chanced it or something. But hey ho, it's a big fuck up if you get caught, and then I'll be on the scale and need a call out because I still won't be able to adjust it and shit like that. So I'm going to put all my shit away and fucking find a garage, which I'm pissed about because it shouldn't be that big a job. It shouldn't be that big a deal, you know. A lot of weight on that back end, I know, but it should still. I've tried it with chocks and everything. You ain't got a problem if it's the other way and you need to move it forward or something like that. That ain't a problem because I just ram up against the curb and move the axle forward like that. But I've tried it with the chocks. There's chocks there and all sorts. I can't get the bastard thing to move. So anyway, anywho, joys of bloody trucking. Buggers. So now I'm absolutely filthy, covered in shit. Need a shower again. But at least it's warm and sunny. You know, you can't beat crawling about under a truck when it's warm and sunny. Ask any mechanic, they do it every fucking day, something wrong with them. There you go. Okay, I'll let you know on the outcome. Okay, so here's the plan. Let me turn that off because it's making hideous noise. Here's the plan. I found a Loves, which is only 60 something mile away at the next stop. So we'll chuck that in there. I'll get it serviced as well. I've got found one that will do servicing as well. So hopefully they'll be able to help me out with this axle. But the only problem is now, let's have a look now. We need to work out. I don't need I don't need a scale in between there. Find a scale in between there. That's not a good thing. Scales, weigh scale, weigh station, weigh stations. Got a bit. I do like this Garmin. I know the other ones do the same and what have you, but no, we're good. We haven't got a scale in between there and here, so that's all right. We can do that. View map. 60 miles away. So there's the plan. I'll go straight there, get it hopefully mended and moved back and what have you. And on my way, so today has already started out like Friday the bloody 13th, hasn't it? It's turned it out. Turned it out? What's turned it out mean? Turned out. Turned out pretty shitty already. So today's going to be a bit of a wrote-off day as well. I'll probably get the afternoon, but at least we'll get it all serviced. It's still only 9 o'clock in the morning. It's getting hard. It's 27 out there. I think I need my flip-flops without socks nearly very soon. So we'll that's it. Straight in, no messing. And weight sorted out. I just moved my fifth wheel forward, so a bit. So I'm good now. I'm happy with that. So that's all sorted. So I'm gonna get it in service, but she says I've got to come in this way. This is a bit bizarre. He's gonna cut me out. You can't see. There you go. Turn that off. Straight into the Loves. This is where my spoiler hits. Listen. Oh no, we missed. Oh, hit that bit. Look, and they put a chain across you, not getting out. So we'll go sort the stuff out. Happy. So as you can see, I'm in the Loves. Mechanic underneath. Great thing. Another good thing about what's that? The trucks, the hooded bonneted trucks. You know, you can be in, get it serviced, and still stay in the truck. They don't mind you staying in the truck, obviously. If they jack it up, if they're changing tyres, you can't. They won't let you stay in the truck. But otherwise, you can stay in it, which is a grand thing. Makes it life a lot easier, doesn't it? But I'm going to go get a shower while they're messing about with that. I just had that pizza, that was good. Last night's pizza. And yeah, getting the full service on it and what have you. So it'll all be sorted by the time I come back, which is always nice, isn't it? Like I say, today, Friday the 13th, isn't it? It's going to be road office today, without a doubt. Again, as long, well, how many miles am I? I'm 1891. 1,891 miles. So, if I get another... If I get another 200, 300 in today, I'm going to be, I get 300 in, I'll be alright. I'll still be there Monday. It's only Friday. So, you know, as long as no bad weather comes, I've got 3 clear days, because I get 3 clear days because it doesn't unload until late on the Monday, so it'd be right, won't it? It needs doing, the servicing. I was going to do it on my time off, but what with the what is it, the trailer wheels not going back and stuff like that, but I've sorted that now. I managed to rive and rag and pull, found a beam and stuff and shoved that under and got it working. So jobs are good. And the weight, I'm going to check the weight after I've been in here. Once I've got out of here, I'll go check my weights over and see where I am on that again. Like I say, I should be fine now. Should be, touch wood. Right, catch you later. All lubed up, all good. I'm clean, the truck's cleaned, everything's good. Happy days, and what a glorious day, sir. Joe's just finishing off here. Thank you very much, Joe. Just doing the last little bits. Just over in about an hour, something like that. Greased up, done all my brakes, checked all my brakes out for me, and he says they're absolutely fantastic. He said nothing wrong with them or anything on the truck and that, so that's peace of mind. I ain't no mechanic. You know, you can do little bits, but it's nice to have a mechanic tell you that everything's sound and that. Taking the brakes up on the trailer he has for me as well, and I'll look at that. Got my fifth wheel, I'm going to slide that forward, get back under the trailer, go over to the scale, jump on the scale, have another go at it. Like I say, it should be fine then. I know it's going to be fine. So, happy days, and then we'll head on. As long as I do, what have I got to do? I've got to get... It's what, midday now, so I'll do something like 400 mile. I'll get 400 mile in. Happy days. I don't have to fuel up, I'm already fueled up. Pissed about my wheels. Let me have a little rant before we go. Look at the fucking state of them. Looks like they've washed it with a Brillo pad. It's a bit of a pisser when you take your truck to get washed and then you've got to wash it afterwards. You know, it's like, what's the point, really? Sometimes, but hey ho, onwards and upwards. Wash your bloody hands. Stole the nodding donkeys. I think it's really cool. Something about the nodding donkeys, the oil pumps. It's very comforting is the word. I don't know why. It's very soothing. It's like they remind me of they're the iron cows of the field. And of course we've got the cotton fields again now. So loaded seal on, weights sort of running. I am running still. I'm running over on the front now. I'm running 600 pound over on my front axle. Now I've jiggled them out and what have you. I think the man scale was out where I loaded. So I've been on a proper Love's official scale and I'm running like 600 over. But I actually worried about that because I aren't really running these back roads like I will be doing shortly. I aren't going to hit a scale for another few hundred miles, really. So I want to see that for a few hundred miles. So by that time, I'm going to burn quite a bit of fuel off. So that'll put me down to probably 500 over, or maybe a little bit less even, on the front axle, on the steer axle, which I ain't overly bothered about that because I'm allowed something like 500 for having an APU. Because having the air conditioning, any air conditioning standalone sort of thing, you're allowed to get extra weight they'll give you. Nice of them, isn't it? Officially that is, not unofficially, that is official. They're allowed to give you that. So he's put it all onto the front, moving it right forward. I ain't fucking about with it anymore, I'm done with messing with it. He's put me light, it's nearly a ton light on my drives, but chucked it all onto the front. Could still be moving the axle further back, but it isn't up. But it's like a shit show. Let's just have a look. See if that will come up. So just look at that real quick, briefly, when it comes back up in a minute. I've got 2 days basically of flat out driving, of good speed limits and all the shit, with only one little mountain in the middle of Mexico, Albuquerque. As you drop down in Albuquerque, you come over a big mountain there. So a biggish mountain. It's not really big, but they had snow the other day. It can come in pretty quick and harsh, but it's not overly something I'll be overly worried about. But look at that shit show going on, which has just done that. Look at that. I've got to go through all that. I'm way down here at the moment, but I've got to go through all that which at the moment it's just looking like rain, the green bits of the snow. But that's over cabbage again. So it'll be what it'll be. If I only have to chain up over cabbage, I ain't really bothered, because I can handle that hill. I don't mind. It's not something that's really going to worry me. It does go down a long way, but it's slow, gradual. It's not extreme. So treat it with the content it deserves, basically. So I've got 2 days making the most of it. 75 mile an hour. She's Friday smoking, foot down, and then it's going to get icy. I could go over Vegas and into LA and up California, but I can't, because my axles are too far back. You're in California, they've got to be at a certain, they can't be a certain forward, it's 40 foot. They can't be any further forward than 40 foot, I think it is. So that's fucked me really for going that way. Otherwise I could have sneaked further down, kept going low, and then come up the coastline, which it's still going to be, I've still got to hit mountains either, you know what I mean? So better just stick with it. I don't think it's going to be much fun though, to be fair, as I'm running down once I get into Oregon and I'm going by the Columbian River, which Columbia River that goes on for hundreds of miles, so a couple of 100 miles, you follow that, or 100 miles, yeah, about 200 miles. It's I come down it a couple of years ago along there. If you watch any of my earlier stuff, it was pretty shitty. I was catching a flight out to England, we were, the next day, and I had to get delivery off down in Portland. Couldn't stop, running light. It was iced up to fuck was that road. Nobody was on the road. I was sliding like mad. I didn't dare stop. I was busting for a piss, but I had to keep going, because I thought, if I stop, I ain't going to get going again. It was that bad. And there's a lot of places along there. There's not a lot of runoff, and you're into the drink there, so it's pretty bottom twitching, you know what I mean? So that was a harrowing bit of drive. So we'll see. I'm hoping the temperature isn't going to drop that much by the time I get there already. It's too early, really. That was late February when it dropped right down there. It was minus ridiculous and super icy. Well, probably -8, the silly temperature, or below -7, which is the horrible slippy slidey temperatures. Once you get over that, things get a lot better, and it gets a bit sticky. So you want it below -10 and colder, or above freezing. Preferably above freezing, and no white shit. Done with the white stuff already. I'm looking at that mountain pass and what have you, and we'll see. Like I say, it's flat out flat driving. I come off in a minute and end up a national single track. It'll be grand, and then I'll hit the main interstate that comes across. Let's have a look. The main one. I'll get on that. I'll be into New Mexico tonight. I hit the 40 then. Get on Interstate 40. I might even make Albuquerque tonight. Or somewhere near Albuquerque. That'll be good. If we can do that. So I'll play it from here. It's 1,700 miles to go. So crack on. Morning, y'all. So well, you saw where I parked up last night, so stop beeping, please. I got up this morning and oh, sorry. I basically parked in the desert. I managed to get into there, and then got up this morning. Everybody's around me. Look at that greedy truck. Greedy space hogger. All that space he's taking up. So anyway, I want to go get a shower, nice and steady away now. Fucking hell, that thing's huge. Holy macaroni. Yeah, I want to go get a wash and shower and what have you. So I'm going to go over to the Lovesy's over the other side of the freeway. So I'm going to put it on PC, personal conveyance, because it is personal conveyance, because I don't want to start my clock, because I'm running a bit out of time. I don't really want to have a 30-foot. What's all beeping? Oh, it's Alexa. She's getting all excited. Yeah, I don't want to start my clock yet, so I'll go get a shower. It's 6 o'clock. Get a shower.
I Want to Stop by Ozzy Osbourne on Amazon Music.
Did I ask for that? Did anybody ask me for... Shit, I've just missed it. Hold on, Jack, peoples. I've got this. We've got this. Yeah, so like I say, it was over the other side of the freeway, so I'll put it on personal conveyance, run over here, and then I had starting my clock thing, which I'm quite legal and entitled to do. Get a shower, and then I can start my clock afterwards then, and all's good. So I think I've only got, I've got a full day today, a full shift, but tomorrow I'm going to be down to like 10 hours or so I need to save a bit of time, because you can't go over the 80 hours in 8 days, 70 hours in 8 days. So I'm running pretty tight to that now. So this won't waste any time during the day. I've got to freeze me up a bit more time to do whatever. It's just, you know, I've got enough hours time to get there and stuff. It's just my free time. If I want to stop, I want to chill out and go find Kate Pie or something like that. Always nice to be able to do. See, if I'd have started my clock, gone to another Loves or something like that, then I'd have lose that hour or so it takes to go get showered and stuff like that. Doing it this way, you know what I mean? Looks like a happy spot there. Beautiful. Oh my god, I need to make the most of that. We rock and roll on the way home. This will be my last day of warm weather. I can imagine it's going to be cold in Moab, I think. But hey, we'll see. We'll see when we get there, won't we? Here we go. Catch you in a bit. So hi old, I'm in the truck stop at the moment. This is Paul, who I've just met, and he just came in with his beautiful, this old International. And what a story he's just told me. Listen to that. She sounds as sweet as you like. That's done 3 million miles. Paul got this brand new. And the trailer's an 82. This is a 1980, so you're 40-year-old this month, he says. And the trailer's an 82, so it's 38-year-old. He does regular runs across to Albuquerque, so he doesn't stand still or anything like that. He's doing the miles still. And what an amazing story for a guy to have the same truck for all that time, for 40 years. I just think that's absolutely incredible. The history that this man must have on this is amazing. Overall 3 million miles, rebuilt 3 times. You know, she's a bit dirty now, but he's just come through the mountains and what have you. What do you expect? Is this the original paint job? Yeah. Wow. Can you imagine that? I'm just blown away by this, seriously. Original paint job. Obviously he's got salt and shit all over it from the snow and the bad weather, because he's just come up the mountains. But how many trucks nowadays are going to wear up 40 years of driving with the same paint leg? They aren't they? You know, they seriously are. I still can't get over the sound of it. It sounds so bloody sweet. It really does. Look at the big old tyres. You notice them on the a lot of the cab overs. They have a lot bigger tyres than ours and stuff. Really do. But I'm real chuffed. I'm going to go in the truck now, have a coffee with the guy, and get to find out a little bit more about it. Just a quick look around. Look at that. Look how high they stand. You know, you've got to be an athlete to get in and out of that bad boy. It's not everybody's cup of tea, I know, but I think it's amazing that somebody keeps the same truck for 40 years. I think that's lovely. I really do. If you end up with being part of it. And I talk to a lot of these old guys who drive these trucks and that. They know every little bit about it. It's like their body, you know, they know every part, every inch, every little thing. Some that start ticking, they know what's wrong with it. They know the little bit they're replacing. And that's the beauty of having a truck that long. It's like when I've rebuilt bikes and done bikes and had them for a long time. You know exactly it becomes part of you, it really does. And that's the longest I've known anybody have their own truck, 40 years, and still running it. Take me after the man. Legend. Absolute legend. I don't know if the sun was on there. And it's number 69. She's only a short trailer, so I don't know. I'll find out what he's... Wow. What are you hauling in there, Paul? What are you hauling?
Turkeys.
Turkeys? Okay, so he's got turkeys in there. Is that a regular run you do with turkeys? Is this the main thing you do?
No, mainly a hanging meat.
Huh? Hey, wow. Brave man, I don't like wouldn't like to do that hanging meat. I'd have that soon on his side. Oh, that's great. Right, I'm gonna go grab a coffee and find if we can find some more information out. Thank you very much, Paul.
Well, you gotta take care.
Okay, bye-bye. Good morning, a little update. Here I am, this is day 8. I'm up on the hill in Price, which is north of Moab that way, Utah. Little hidey hole I like to get into. Up here, it's nice. Sit back and look at the mountains, which is all looking good at the moment up here. It's down to -2, so it's a bit fresh, but it's just a bit of waste ground next to the hotel here. There's your Dairy Queen and your sports bar and shit down there and everything and what have you, so it's a pretty nice little spot to stop. Anyway, let me give you an update, and quiet as well up here, so not many people park up here, but I think this is going to be the last time this year, probably. By the time I come back, it's going to probably be all snowed up and won't get in. Looks as though I had some rain a bit back as well, and it's got all shitty, as you can see. Anyway, truck's looking grand, still looking clean, but I think that's going to change. Let's just have a look. I've actually shit out basically on my hours. Like I said, I've done, what have I done? I've done 4,000 miles today in a week, so 7 days, 4,000 miles. So I've had a bloody good crack, really, I think. But let me just get this off. So you can't go over 70 hours in 8 days. That's the rule, yeah. Which I thought today I'd have a full day back. I really did. I thought, you know, I'll have a full day, 10 hours back. Didn't work my hours out right, did I? It isn't a full day. I thought I'd have 10 hours. I've got 882 miles, I think, to do, something like that. I thought, great, I'll have enough time. Then on the 9th day, I get my hours back that I did 8 days before. So as long as you don't go over the 70 hours, that works out. Let me just explain. Let me show you on here. Right, so I've got 4 hours and 45 left. That's all I've got left. I thought I was going to get a 10 today. I didn't. Sunday I did 10 hours 53. Monday I did 10 hours 98. It goes in a silly clock. Bear with that. 10 hours, 9 hours 41, 5 hours, 9 hours 21, Saturday 10 hours 7. Okay, all in all, 65 hours and 26 minutes. Leaves me 475, which is 445. 4 hours and 45, which that's my whole spread over. So once I get started, that's me. You know, I've got to run hard to get that in. I can still do it. I don't want to change my delivery time. My delivery time's for Monday 3:30 in the afternoon. I don't really want to change that. I don't want to have a 34. I'm too close to home. You know, I'm 1,200 miles from home. I want to go home, kind of thing. Well, less than that actually, just over 1,000 probably. Yeah. So too close to home. Don't want to have a 34. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ride this hard and try to get to Twin Falls, which is 325 mile away. Get to Twin Falls, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning, so there's no point in going early. As long as I get parked up for like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I can set off at 2, 3 in the morning then. I can have my 10 hours off. Tomorrow, I get back what I did on the first day, on the Sunday. So I get 14 hours back tomorrow. So happy days, you know, whoosh, I can do it in 12 hours. The remainder 550, something like that. So all being well, weather holding out, permitting, looking really shit. I've got to go here. This is on my route straight through here. Look at that. That's Salt Lake City. It has been snowing like a bastard through there. So that's going to be pretty shitty. Like I said, the bottom of the mountain here is looking all right. I've got a few little turns, wiggly turns and what have you. It'll be cold through this mountain pass, but it won't be anything. It shouldn't be any snow on it, I don't think, on the roads. They keep it pretty good up here. So this is the route I've got. But the only thing is, I'm going to have to go through Cabbage, which is that mountain pass where I chained up on the way back, which at the moment it's saying everything's good. It's not showing any snow on the satellite. I'm going to keep an eye out. Well, I can't do anything about it. I can't go any other way. That's the only way I can go anyway, really, unless I want to go mountain climbing and shit like that. I don't really want to do that. So it's back the way over the Cabbage, Dead Man's Pass and stuff like that. So I'll be hitting that early hours of the morning. Hopefully, fingers crossed. It's raining on there at the moment. Let's keep it the rain. We can do rain. Don't want to do the white stuff. It's going to hold me up too much. I'm going to lose a couple of hours chaining up, or an hour or something like that. So I don't really want to fuck about doing that. So that's the thing. I'm going to get over Twin Falls. Get the wife to book me in a hotel over there. Then I've got it booked. I've got somewhere to go for. Even if I don't get there, she's already booked it. So I can PC it there. And that's the plan. Because the Night Eater isn't doing its own thing now, the Bunk Eater. It won't even try and crank up. It's not even doing the pop and pop, 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 pop thing anymore like it was. It was doing like an old 6 cylinders, or a V8, old diesel engine. And then it'd start up, but not anymore. It's not even doing that. It's just giving up. So it's pretty chilly in here last night. I don't like to idle the truck, as you know. So I'm going to go grab a hotel and set off early hours of the morning. That's the update. Have a bloody good Sunday. End of the day, well, it's halfway a day because like I explained this morning, I run out of time, didn't I? Didn't work my hours out properly. But I stopped on one of the weigh scales. I come through the scale and I stopped and thought I'll just check through my e-log and see what I can do, because you can backtrack and you can see exactly what you're doing, like on your tacos in England and stuff like that. So I had a quick look through and I had it on other work. No, I had it on drive rather, when it was getting serviced. So I put it back onto drive, changed it. You put a little memo in there, put a little note on the log and everything like that. Wrong setting. They can see where it was. It didn't move, and it was on drive when it shouldn't have been. So I got an hour and a half back. Happy days. I did go in at first to try and work out to see if I could do anything, because it was peanuts I've loaded. That should have been agricultural. I should have left the farm on agricultural where I loaded. I'd have got 150 miles as the crow flies. That would have given me, going up that way and across country like I did, that would have probably given me near on 5 hours as the crow flies. 150, that'd have given me 200 plus, probably 230 mile basically. So that would have given me a really good start. But not to worry, not to worry. I get my time back tomorrow. And so I've got that extra hour. I managed to do 400 miles in just over 5 hours or so. So it's a fast bit of road, is this. It's pretty good. And the weather's been kind to me, so it's been good. You know, so I've got, what have I got? 470 mile left to do. I'm in the truck stop at the moment. I was going to go in the hotel. Best Western just over the way here. I'm in one of the pilots at the moment. It's the Best Western. The hot tub isn't working. That's the only reason I really use the hotels, because I want to use the hot tub or something like that and get out from the cab. Because, as well, the cab heater isn't working. That's fucking given up totally. And it's down to about 6 degrees or something like that. It'll get down below minus tonight. But without the hotel hot tub working, and it's an outdoor swimming pool, I definitely wouldn't be using an outdoor swimming pool. But the hot tub, I thought that'd be nice, because my back fucking kills. Because I've driven hard. I've done 4,500 miles since last Sunday when I set off. So that was a week ago. So, you know, I've ridden hard. When I drive hard and I don't get out and don't get too much walking in, I get really bad back. I need to get out and walk a lot more. But it's been pushing it on this one. So, hey-ho, that's the way it is. But I'm not staying in the hotel because there's no hot tub. So I've got these out. Me sunvisor thing. So I'm going to just put these all up and hope it keeps a little bit of the heat in. Because I don't like running the engine. I will do if it gets really cold or something like that. But if it doesn't get too cold, I'll be all right. I'll run it before I go to bed. By the time, you know, it's 3 o'clock gone now. By the time I've gone in here and had a shower into the truck stop, there's somewhere to get something to eat. I haven't had a proper meal either for a couple of days, so I'm going out to eat. I'm going to go get myself a big fat steak tonight. And then, because I've managed to get on and claim those hours back, I get my time back tomorrow. I get another 14 back at 12 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to set off like 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Like I say, I'm only 470 miles away. So I haven't got that much. Well, I have. I've got 8 hours to do, depending on the weather. You know, it all depends on the weather. It really does. So if the weather's going to be good, hopefully, I'm looking at it now. Where are we? Wait for that to start up. It's been raining over the mountain pass, so I aren't too worried about that, obviously. As long as it keeps raining over the pass like I came up, it's going to be right, isn't it? It's going to be happy days, that is for sure. But if it doesn't and it turns shitty, well, it turns shitty, and there's nothing we can do about it. Not a thing. It'll be just chain up, try and chain up as quick as I can. Like I say, if I set off at 3 o'clock, 8 hours, I want to break halfway across as well, so that'll put me away at 10 hours or something like that. So I should make it, and then I can run home empty from there. Happy days. I'm gonna go get me a fat steak. Bye bye. To 60%. So here I am. I'm coming up the foot of the hill now. Cabbage. This is on Dead Man's Pass, and it's a real pea super. Look at that. It's been like this for the last 10 miles or so. But it's ish. It's on and off, so it's not too bad. It's down at 2 degrees, so you know, we're all right. No snow, just rain, so I'm happy with that. Fingers crossed it'll be like this right over the top of the mountain. Excited, isn't he, about what flashy flashes? They must have that special vision. Oh, let them crack on. So that's the little bit. Let's hope this it stays like this. I've made it to the pass. I haven't stopped. I set off at just after 3 o'clock. I've done 4 hours driving, and I'm set off at 400 something, I think it was. I know, 220 mile left to do, so I've had a good old crack, and there is no snow. Only panicking about the pass and stuff. This is the one I had to sling the chains on the way over, coming over the way. But as you can see, we're all good, nothing. So pretty chuffed. It's all rained and washed it away. And temperature's been ridiculous. It's been up like 4 and 6 and things like that. It's 4 at the moment. Should probably go up when I get to the bottom of the hill. You get into Dead Man's Pass and you're about 40, I think it's 44 miles to the other side of this hill, and then it's flat then, and I start running back down by the river and a little bit further on, and it's raining all the way over to Portland, all the way up to Seattle. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. When it's raining, obviously, it's above freezing. It ain't going to snow if it's raining, or it ain't going to freeze as well if it's raining. So, because you don't get rain, well, you get the ice rain, which we get here, but it's not that often. So So jobs are good. Still on time. I've got 6.5 hours left. I didn't get a full 14. I thought I'd get a full spread over back. I only got 10 hours something. So, but I've got like 2.5 hours wiggle time. So that's all right. That'll work. This is quite a downhill stretch, is this? I think about 6 miles or so. Look at that poor bastard. You don't realise how lucky you are. Wherever he's walking to is a long, long way. There isn't anything from here to, wow, right out the other side of the pass. So he's going to be camped out in the pass somewhere quite a few days to get through there. That's fucking evil, man. That's hard. And that weather's coming in bad. That's terrible. Prepared, he'll probably die out there. See, nobody's going to pick you up at the moment either. Obviously, he's on the wrong side of the carriageway anyway to get picked up going the wrong way. But he's nobody's going to pick hitchhikers up at the moment in Coburg. I pick him up. My wife has a fit about it. I've picked him up quite a few, you know. I've hitchhiked all over the place. I've hitchhiked from Italy back to Spain when I fell out with a team driver. Where else have I hitched it from? All over England. I did another long one as well. I can't remember where it was now. Anyway, let me just tell you about mountain passes. That's what I was going to tell you. Coming over mountain passes, don't ever, I said this last year, don't ever stop at the beginning of the mountain pass or in the middle of the mountain pass. That's why, this is my advice. Don't stop at the beginning or the middle if you can get over it. If you're getting close to it, and this time of year obviously, in summer it doesn't matter, but you're getting close to it and you're running out of hours, for example, check your weather forecast. Always check the weather forecast. Weather forecasts are really good now, the satellite and stuff like that nowadays, with especially the snow and weather coming in and stuff like that. If it's going to come in bad and stuff like that, my advice would be just write on your print, do a written thing on your e-log. If you're running out of time, get the fuck over that mountain. Get over it. Just write on the e-log, snow coming in, bad weather coming in, blah blah blah, whatever, and get over it. Don't sit out there in the middle, even if, like I say, if you're going to run out of... Over here, they're pretty lenient with the with things like that. As long as you do a memo, I've got away with a few. You know, because they see it as it is, basically. It would be dangerous to stay at the other side, because I might be stuck there for a day or two if it comes in really harsh. So just use your common sense and get over. I wouldn't advise doing it in France. Well, I would do it, but you're going to pay. You're going to pay. If you get stopped in France, Germany, anywhere like that, and you've done something like that, even if you do a printout on your taco and write on it that your weather, you get stopped, you may as well jump out and pull your pants down, because they're going to fuck you. You're going to just have to take it like a man, aren't you? So, but saying that, I got a fine once in France for what was that? Oh, I was over my hour. I'd taken the card out and done something or other, as you do, and it was obvious what I'd done. And that was in Germany. I'd driven without a card or something, so there was a load of miles missing. And I got stopped in France at one of the peages. They did a check and everything like that, and they're oh, you've obviously gone over, blah blah blah. Yeah, but I was in Germany, it doesn't matter. We're finding you. We're giving you a fine. So the company I worked for in Spain, we used to carry blank checks. stops. You just sign the cheque, give them the cheque, okay, get the hell out of there. That is basically in France a bail bond. That gets you away and gets you moving again. So I think it was about £1,000, something like that. They wanted ridiculous figures in England. What was that, $1,300 or something? Fucking mental. Anyway, so off I go. About 2 months later, I was visiting my sister. I used to use my sister's address on both my license still when I was living in Spain, and the cheque had been returned. They sent a cheque back to us saying they'd been to court and they realised it wasn't in their country. They couldn't fine us for the offence, blah blah blah, and return the money. So you know, it's not all that bad. So like I said, with them Frenchies, I don't think there's ever any point in arguing with them at all. It's going to be what it's. They'll even take you to the cash machine. They're that good, you know. They'll give you a wee ride. Hop in. Gendarmeries. Fuckers, Gordon and Mary or whatever it looks like. Dear me. I've paid some fines in that country. And in Germany and in Italy. None in the truck in Spain. Never ever got stopped for anything in Spain. I don't think, no. In the car, yeah. But not in the truck. Which is good. That's all, crack on. It's the end of the video. I have done 5,000 miles. 5,000 miles. I've just got to nip up to the yard now. You kid tangled with all that wire. Jack's coming with me. Do you want to jump in your chair? Go on then. Yeah, it was pretty fast one was that. Kept running and what have you. Just managed to do it in my time and stuff like that. Like I say, so I was running on recap. So basically, about out of time now. I extended it to the full amount. That was what 9 days. 9 days to do 5,000 miles. So you know, it was good going. I got 800 in yesterday. I really went for it. But once I was empty, I wanted to get home and. That was it, flat out. The bunk heater, I've pulled all that out and had a look. Managed to get it going again, but it needs a service. It needs all decoking and stuff like that. So my mate Adrian, if you remember Adrian from the past videos who did the APU and what have you, he's going to come round and give it a service. He'll come round to my house and do it, so that's easier. I was going to take it into Freightliner, but he's going to charge half the price. You know, Freightliner, for just to do a bunk heater, are going to charge a ridiculous amount, to be fair. It'd have been cheaper to buy a new one by the time you've... it's like any main dealer, you know what I mean? It's and I can guarantee the old man at work would have had a duck fit if it would end up... What? It's in the wash. Is that okay? No? Oh, yeah. Okay. So... It's, yeah, like any main dealer, whether it's BMW, cars, whatever, they can charge you a fortune. So I've got Adrian to do it. He'll probably do it for half the price, obviously. He still wants paying, but it'll be right, and he'll do it on my drive. So it's cool as that. Like I say, I'm just going to nip up to the yard. They need the trailer. We're back on the flowers again, stuff like that. So they want the trailer up there, so, and then I'll just bob back home again. I'm going to be home till Thursday, Friday morning. Unless I go up on Thursday late afternoon and grab a flower trailer or something like that. We'll see. There's talk if got me a new trailer, but it's over in Oregon, he's bought it. So whether I'll be going over there or not. So that's the end of that trip. It's been a cracking trip. I've enjoyed it. I've been really lucky getting back with the weather. Coming home, missing the... it was rain all the way until I got past Seattle yesterday, wasn't it? What? That's Daddy's signature on the E-log. It looks like a spider's web, doesn't it? Yeah. So, I'm going to have some time at home. Wash your bloody hands. That's the end of that one. Until the next one, Abeen. High five. Yo!